This is a general reading for the collective of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hope this finds y'all well, Leo. It's not a date or time specific reading, so whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it may be your message at that time. But it is general reading, so you just have to take what resonates and leave the rest. Do want to let you know that we're still in the energy of the full moon in Leo. We're in a void right now. It's moving out of Leo and moving on. But we can ride the wave of that powerful full moon for a few days before and a few days after. So I hope it was impactful in a positive way, right? Leo is about joy and creativity and exuberance and passion and romance and it can be an intense full moon, but especially because we had a little twist in the plan with a square to Uranus, right? So potential for breakdowns or breakthroughs. So I'm hoping all is well with all of you. Okay, I did do a full moon Leo reading, so if you missed it and you want to catch it, take advantage of that. Okay, it's still there, it's still legit. Okay. You can be here as a cross watcher for a Leo. That's absolutely fine. Sometimes, you might need to flip the energies around, but I'll walk you through the spread. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I do hope if you enjoy the reading, you will consider joining us here by subscribing. That would be great. Okay, so I'm doing a twin flame tarot spread because we are in the month, we're in the portal of the heart. Venus is in Pisces, very emotional. There's kind of endless possibilities and no boundaries to love when Venus is in Pisces, and lots of movement in the cosmos is supporting a lot of emotional and tender heart healing. So I just want to let you know that. So we're going to start with, there we go. Okay, this is your mission, Leo, your twin flame mission. All twins come here with a mission. It is about the ultimate happiness, bliss, nirvana, a sense of emotional completion, from, what was it, Tom Cruise, You Complete Me? Yeah, it's that kind of energy. How lovely. So I'm going to say, wow, 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 wow. Oh my gosh. Let me just pull the cards because I'm sort of getting a little verklempt here. Wow. Oh my God. Leo, this reading. We have the Page of Pentacles there on the bottom. Interesting, because that is kind of coming through as a sign that something new is being learned in the moment here. But as I said, this card represents the mission of the twins, you and your beloved. This side, my intention is that this is Leo and this is the divine counterpart. Like I said, if you are here as a cross watcher, you could be here in Leo on this side. So just let me go through the reading, and then whichever side you resonate with more, take ownership of that. Okay, first card out here for you is where you are in terms of your soul's purpose within this connection. There it is, past life soulmate. The warmth, the comfort, the nostalgia, the sort of, I knew you before I met you. And when I met you, I knew that I knew you from lifetimes ago. So really beautiful energy here with the Six of Cups. Your person's soul purpose now is on fuego. This is about a divine gift. There it is, the hand of spirit, of inspired passion. It's about igniting things, taking action on things, running at full steam, very inspired, very motivated, but it's also like a new sense of passion. Something new is rising up in your person. Now, we all have karmic challenges while we're on this journey, and yours happens to be the Lover's card. So the Lover's card can be about the twins, but it's always a card of choice. And this is about maybe there are karmic challenges for you in this incarnation, in this twin flame dynamic, around the union of souls, around the choices we make in connection, and whether to move forward in them or to release them, if you see what I mean. So we'll see when I clarify your person here. Their karmic challenge is emotional overwhelm, confusion. maybe not able to make a choice, right? Maybe not able to, like, I know this is a choice card, but here they're sort of saying, I know what I want, I'm going to go for it, but part of their karmic challenge is they never know what they want. So they kind of get lost in the weeds of their feelings or their emotions or all the options presented to them. Whoo, my. So that's that part. Here we are with your present energy is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about our beliefs and faith. It's about, conventional committed relationships, the vows we take and make. But no matter what, it's at its core, it's about being true to yourself and to what you believe. Sometimes with the Hierophant, we have a little bit of a twist where we're starting to have either a crisis of faith or where our beliefs are shifting. So we'll see what comes through when I clarify. Here's your divine guidance. You can make whatever you want of this situation. You have all the tools, the magician, the ultimate manifester of the tarot. This is Mercury. So it's about using your mind, to sort of see very clearly the steps you need to take and what's available to you, and that you have all the resources at your disposal to manifest anything you desire and deserve. So Spirit's sort of giving you a green light with the Magician, and here's the potential opportunity going forward. It is love all day, always. Love and passion right here for the past life soulmates, if you get my drift. And the fact that we've got the Ten of Cups as your mission. Holy Hannah, Leo, this is pretty beautiful. Okay. So let's clarify, shall we? Ten of Cups. Two of Swords, 5. Okay, so something here, I feel like I'm talking to those of you who may be in some form of separation, feeling sort of out in the cold. There's, or on some level, there's a question of value and worth, or feeling devalued in the situations. That's possible because we have the Four of Cups underneath. So when I pull from the bottom of the deck, for those of you that are new, that's me trying to tap into unconscious awareness, something rising up in the psyche or playing out behind the scenes. So either way, with both of you, there's some kind of emotional distance and feelings of rejection or unhappiness or disillusionment. And the Two of Swords is aiming to get some clarity. So I'm sort of seeing things as like, what do I do now? We're sitting here at distance from each other, maybe in no contact with each other, both of us feeling an inability to access, wait for it, the warmth of the connection. So I'm feeling like that's the issue here that's sort of presenting the mission challenge. And the Two of Swords is about a journey inward to get clarity about a decision that has to be made, an important decision that has to be made, and how best to proceed. So this would be the rate limiting step. This is what we're trying to get clarity around. How do we fix this, or how do we negotiate it? How do we navigate it? If the Ten of Cups is our true mission. Okay, I'm not going to say it. Six of Cups. So this represents, Leo, where you are in your soul's purpose here. There's definitely some worry. Possibly there's some interference between you and your beloved, the King of Cups representing the one that holds the key to your heart. I kind of like that for you, but it feels to me like there's some kind of externalized conflict. I don't think it's between you necessarily. It could be, but something's keeping you apart, or something's getting in the way. Something that you still haven't quite sorted through. And so where do you go? You go inward, and it sort of runs on a loop in your mind. It can cause sleepless nights, worry, anxiety. Anxiety isn't a horrible thing. Sometimes it's adaptive. Like before you take a test, you could use a little dose of adrenaline that comes from test anxiety. But this is not the good. This is not the good kind. This is serious worry, a little obsessed adjacent with regard to that Five of Wands underneath. You're thinking about the one you love, but there's something here that's getting in the way. I'm feeling interference. something or someone. So let's look at your person's Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ten of Swords, the Sun. Interesting. Okay. So your person wants to be happy here. This is where they are in their soul's purpose. If you are dealing with someone who's married, they may be ending that. They may be bringing that to an end, and they may just now be, getting the impetus to do that. Doesn't necessarily have to be a marriage. Could just be a long-term relationship, something where there was a commitment here in 3D of some sort. And I feel like this person is kind of wrapping up a very painful cycle. I'll say it that way, because what they're really after is their happiness. So I'm feeling like it's not about you necessarily, but this could be the interference, if you get my drift. So especially for those of you with a third party situation, that doesn't have to be a spouse. It can be an ex. It can even be a parent. It can be, somebody it can be an adult child. It just seems to me like there's been something that's interfering in your connection and maybe even keeping you apart, or getting in the way and drumming up lots of drama. And I feel like this person, where they are on their journey is, I want to be happy, so I have to sort of take some action here and close out that cycle. So that's what I'm seeing there. When we come to the Lovers, this is your karmic challenge. It's interesting because the hope and faith card under here, having trust and faith and hope that the universe has your back and will deliver the wish, right? I feel like that's underneath, like you're hanging on, but it has to be chosen, and it has to be chosen consciously, even in the face of tower moments, of things that haven't been sustainable in the connection. So in other words here, our King of Swords, maybe this person that you respect and admire, but they're kind of distant and aloof, and maybe have caused you to feel devalued. You may be, and if that's not the case, you may be estranged from one another right now. That's also part of the pattern of the King of Swords, is sort of distance and a lack of approachability. We have a little flavor of the Hermit in the King of Swords, but I'm feeling like that this is something that has kind of been a slow-mo tower moment for you. It's kind of falling in slow-mo, and so you have to choose the hope, you have to choose the trust, and you kind of have to have some faith and belief that you can overcome it, that the two of you can overcome it. So that's your karmic challenge right now, is there either was a tower, or there is a tower, or it's kind of something that's been unfolding, like I said, in slow-mo for a very long time, and you're not getting a lot of feedback from this person, if any at all. So that coolness is where we have this energy. The truth is, this person feels as distant from you as you feel from them. So please know that this part of the reading is shared between the two of you. And there's the confusion. Okay, so let's look at the Seven of Cups as their karmic challenge. The World. There's Page of Pentacles again and the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so this is someone who has a pattern of keeping their foot in the door, right? Keep maintaining lots of possible options. And it hasn't served them well, because in the end, it creates more emotional overwhelm. And I'm feeling like where they have to come out with it, where they have to come out on the other side of all of this is well, what do I want and how do I get there in the world? It's about learning lessons, closing out a cycle, and beginning a new cycle, and setting yourself free from the overwhelm by making the decision, right? Making the choice, taking the action to close out something that doesn't serve us so that we can be happy. And sometimes we have to do that in a way where we eliminate all the options. We leave ourselves maybe two choices instead of kind of, over emotionally identifying with possibilities. And I feel like that's part of their karmic challenge. And in this way, they're learning something new. This is first steps in that direction. Eat the elephant one bite at a time is what I would advise this person. You don't have to process each emotion and each option all at once. You can kind of, what do we call that? Compartmentalize a bit. I know that's kind of a heavy triggered term for some folks, but there is proper uses of compartmentalization when you say, I know something doesn't serve me anymore. And so how do I deal with it? Well, you have to kind of compartmentalize certain emotions so you can focus and learn lessons and say, oh, I can really connect the dots here and take that next step forward. So that's what I think this person's karmic challenge is. Part of it is also being very clear about their agenda. The Knight of Pentacles moves slowly, not fast, especially if you have reversed the sides and this happens to be your Leo person. They like to move at the speed of light, especially when their happiness and joy and pleasure is on the line. So I feel as if part of the karmic challenge is them saying, no, where do I want to go? Begin with the end in mind, plot my course, be conscious, have conscious intention, move forward with purpose and all deliberation. So I'm feeling like that's part of the lesson your person is learning, is the best way to deal with the overwhelm, with the confusion, and with that pattern of not eliminating any potential options is to be very deliberate and take it one step at a time. So pretty interesting karmic challenges that you face. Oops. Hierophant is the present energy. Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to call it, and this may tell you if this reading is yours or not. This is dealing with third-party energy. I feel like someone stepped out on a marriage or a very committed relationship here. And present energy is about offloading that, unburdening yourselves. This is about, right, here we go, where we're back to the Lovers here, which is part of your karmic challenge. And that's part of the Tower moment, is the Seven of Swords, which did come out in the morning musing. So for those of you in the channel membership or the all access pass to all the extendeds, because you get the morning musings too, you remember how that was the focus card. So here's the focus. There's been a breach of trust or a breach of a commitment on some level. And that's where you are right now, is sort of saying, I don't want to carry that negative energy anymore, that negative karma anymore. How can we rise above it? How can we choose to be forgiving, choose to be compassionate, choose to call it what it is, Seven of Cups here too, and not let all the emotions flood the zone. Because that seems to be part of what I'm looking at here with that Seven of Cups on this side, and over here we have the Tower with the star underneath. So the star to me underneath means that you have to dive deep to pull from your reservoir of faith and trust in the universe, that all will be well and it will sort itself out. And where you are right now is by offloading the negative karma associated with whatever that breach was, whether it was infidelity or a broken commitment, someone didn't follow through on something they promised to do, where they promised to be, whatever that is. So it can be simple. It doesn't have to be elaborate. But there's definitely an issue here, and this person is ready to close that cycle out. But their karmic challenge is they have to limit their options as to how they do that so they can ensure that they learn the lesson. Very interesting. Spirit's message, the divine guidance. Magician, yeah. Wow. So again, not for nothing, this was in the morning musing. So the way that it came through is there are some unanswered questions. But the divine guidance is if you have, thoughts or interests or questions about the future with this person, you have all the tools you need at your disposal to manifest the answers, to deal with it directly. This is very practical energy. It's balanced. It's Libra. The Queen of Swords is all about, check my emotions at the door. Let's be practical about this. Truth seeker, truth teller, just the facts, ma'am kind of energy. Something with regard to longevity, long-term partnership. Underneath is a Three of Cups. So, for example, this can be about reconciliation, a cause for celebration, coming back together and manifesting that opportunity. For others of you, it can be third party. And it can be like, I need my questions answered. Is that still going on? Is that your long game? So it feels to me like the divine guidance can go either way for those of you that resonated with the third party scenario. The conversation can be about that. For those of you without third party scenario, it could just be about manifesting an opportunity to come back together and a cause for celebration as you look toward the future. So I'm saying that because there's the Ace of Cups. That's the outcome and opportunity. Ace of Cups for our Leos. Hanged Man. Okay, so there's definitely been something here. There's some kind of energy that leads me to believe from everything I've seen here that on some level you felt set up. There was some kind of setup, some kind of sabotage, some kind of ganging up on at someone's expense. So this is the energy of that, of feeling defeated, set up for a fall, gaslighted, taken advantage of, fill in the blank. It's different from the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be just, straight up liar, cheater, stealer kind of energy, but it can also be about avoidance. And it doesn't sort of have the emotional impact that this card has, because with this card, it's almost like you're lured into trusting someone that then stabs you in the back and takes your swords away so you can't defend yourself. That's what we're looking at here. Okay, so just look at the card. It's not good. And the fact that it's underneath suggests that that's what's rolling around in both of, in the back of your minds is about that energy. I'm not saying who did what to whom, but there's something there with sabotage or feeling set up or feeling defeated in a situation that you were sort of someone was lured into. Could even be both of you for all I know, but that's what has to be worked through. If this gift of love, if you want it to take, if you want to make the most of this connection and have any opportunity to move toward this Ten of Cups, which is your mission, right? You've got to kind of pull yourself out and take the 30,000 foot view and look at the situation from all angles, maybe from the other person's perspective, or at the very least with fresh eyes to see if you can come up with a creative solution to a problem. And that's why this Lover's card is your karmic challenge, because something feels like it came down in a very, very final way, where a King of Swords may have done exactly as I described, right? And so it causes a crisis of faith. That's why the Lovers is coming through. I know I'm kind of talking too fast, but I'm getting it all at once, and I'm seeing the whole picture now, which happens all the time, but not quite to this degree. So I do feel in this case that the Hanged Man is telling you to pump the brakes and look for solutions to the problem, because this is the love of your life. You do belong together. You are past life soulmates. There is hope for this connection. This person is starting to kind of pick up that Ace of Wands and run with it and take some action that they probably haven't. They're still negotiating with their own emotional overwhelm and a tendency to want to pursue all options. But I feel like I feel like there's something here that's shifting in a very positive way. And you're in the manifestation mode. That's your guidance. Trust that you have all the tools. You will get the answer, and you will be able to examine the potential for the future going forward, but not unless or until you have this breakthrough with regard to this energy, which of course is attached to the Seven of Swords, which of course is attached to the Tower, which of course is attached to the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords and the Five of Pentacles and the Four, right? It's all connect the dots. So that's what I have for you. I love this particular outcome for you because it suggests something's worth working at and fixing. I know, that just kind of made my heart go pitter-patter for you. So I am going to tell you the astrology that came through now, but I do want you to know there's a link in the description box below. If I just laid out your storyline or very darn close to it, that link will take you to the extended where I'm going to read from this person's point of view. So this side's point of view. How do they show up in the reading? What's going on with them right now? How, what's their perspective on where things are at right now? How do they see you, think about you, or feel about you? Based on the cards that come out, we'll know which way that goes. And then their intentions towards you or the connection going forward. And I close out with some oracle. So here's who showed up. We start smack in the middle here. I don't have anything powerful. I've got Scorpio in the King of Cups. I've got Aries in the Queen of Wands, Leo in the Sun. I have here Gemini in the Lovers is out twice. King of Swords is Aquarius. The Tower is Aries. That's a card of Mars. We've got the Star here is Aquarius. That's Uranus. We've got the World is Aquarius. A lot of Aquarius in this reading, FYI. That's right opposite you, Leo, so could be very powerful. Aquarius and Capricorn in the World, that is Saturn. We have the Page of Pentacles are all the signs of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Virgo in the Knight of Pentacles. Then we have Taurus in the Hierophant. I already told you the Lovers. The Magician is Mercury. That's Virgo and Gemini. The Queen of Swords is Libra. And the Hanged Man is Pisces. So really powerful reading for you here, Leo. I kind of hope that you feel the shift as well. Because if you don't, you may feel it very soon. So the link's below. I'll see you in the extended. Otherwise, bye for now.